Jonah Hill from Cultaholic.com, joined by the Jesse Pinkman of Internet Wrestling, Adam Pacitti.
How you diddling, Tom?
I'm not diddling at all, mate. Contrary to popular opinion. Here's the news. An AEW star was injured and pulled from last night's show. Rumours are rife of Eric Bischoff joining AEW. And two WWE legends will be back on Raw in 2 weeks' time. We'll get into that soon. The first casualty of the Wednesday Night Wars. Pull one out. Luchasaurus is injured, Adam.
Very, very sad news. He was pulled from last night's AEW Dynamite show due to a torn hamstring, an injury which can take anywhere from weeks to months, but generally to get back sort of ring-ready shape, it's a few months that he's going to be out of action. He was pulled from the match. He was replaced by Marco Stunt. So Marco Stunt, team with Jungle Boy, they were defeated by the Lucha Bros.
I think that was always going to happen anyway.
Yeah,
As much as I love
agree,
Jurassic Express. There's a few things that I'm thinking here. One, I didn't even know dinosaurs had hamstrings.
Whey!
That's a surprise to everybody involved. And how long do we reckon he'll be away for?
As I say, it totally varies, but I think this is going to be a few months. I don't think we'll see him back, which is a shame because I bloody love Luchasaurus.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. He did Straight to Hell with our very own Ross recently.
He did, friend of the channel.
Friend of the channel. It's always good to have a friendly dinosaur, like Denver, who was the last dinosaur.
Or
he was
Barney, the actual friendly dinosaur. Wasn't that Barney's name?
Barney was a friendly dinosaur, but Denver was the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more.
Denver, the last dinosaur.
He's my friend, and it'll get better soon, Luchasaurus, mate.
We'll see.
Yeah, so that's a shame. That puts the halters on Jurassic Express quite a bit. I was enjoying their work. I don't know how this tag team tournament is going to shape up. I don't want to talk too much about AEW because I'm very aware that is Jack the Jobber's territory. But who are you picking now for the tag tournament?
It is the Lucha Bros.
You reckon Bros going all the way?
Bros is going all the way. Who have you got?
That's the right stuff right there. I think I'm going to go with SoCal Uncensored, simply because they did a thing on AEW that has given them a bit of sympathy. And I think that will play into it going down the road.
Yeah, then they get beat in the finals.
Oh, don't.
I don't know. No, it'd be interesting to see. Another great episode last night. Tune into Graded. It'll be online soon.
Things will happen while they can. I'll wait here for my man tonight. It's easy when you're big in Japan. Not my words, the words of the 80s song, Big in Japan. And probably the words of somebody in WWE office. There's been a lot of rumours about the Far East and the WWE, Adam.
That's right, WWE for, it's believed, some time now have been looking to venture into Japan, set up a new territory there, NXT Japan being the most likely thing. There were rumours yesterday that they were trying to purchase Noah, a deal that fell through. And we just got a little update on this, I guess. This is from Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. He says they're definitely working on it. They've talked to a number of companies in Japan. They've tried to buy companies in Japan, referring to Noah there. But companies, plural, interesting.
Mm-hmm. There was one of the rumours that I heard regarding companies that were being approached was Big Japan.
Okay, right.
Which is, that famous family-friendly deathmatch company.
Right.
which would make perfect sense in the portfolio of WWE Limited Incorporated.
Dave says, I don't know of any deals that have gone through. The ones I've heard about didn't go through. They wanted to buy Noah, so it didn't go through. I mean, we know that these NXTs over the next few years are going to be popping up all over the place. It looked like Canada might be the next one. Obviously, so much great wrestling over in Canada, like tremendous wrestling families, but also just some really great indies over there as well. And WWE, it's part of their global expansion, global localization, I think Triple H called it. Global
localization. So I think there's been a few cultural issues regarding WWE moving to NXT, moving to Japan. It is a very different. It's a very different culture when it comes to wrestling over there. When I read about this, I watched the first episode of Monday Night Raw that came out of Japan from 2005.
Wow, okay.
And everything.
To do research, watching old Raws.
Heck yeah.
Sure.
It's my era, man. But even like the crowd, like it was back in the era where the theme tune was Across the Nation, I want to say.
Okay, yeah.
It was moved to the music, and
I love the way he did.
Move to the music.
Just like that.
You know it.
He's a rock star.
If I see it anymore, we'll get a copyright strike from YouTube. It's that good. Whereas in a US crowd, when they cut across the crowd and they're panning, like everybody's chanting, going crazy, holding up signs, the crowd in Japan were all clapping along in time with the music. It was great.
Isn't that nice?
I love that. And what really annoyed me about that show, if you ever want to go back and watch it, it's on the network. William Regal and Tajiri challenged La Resistance for the tag team titles. What a throwback. And they're talking about some storyline guff that went on in the night, while the whole crowd is chanting at the top of their voices for Tajiri. And they're just ignoring it. Really annoying.
Good, that's the right thing to do, absolutely.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe if we do go to Japan, if we just go to Japan, we might get Triple H joining the club again.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that was the right thing to do, wasn't it? For sure. Would you be excited by NXT Japan? Would you be watching weekly?
Do you know, it's one of those things where you go, well, no, there's too much anyway. But you know what? If the product's right, I'll watch it. Yeah. Like NWA Power is a great example of, there is so much wrestling, but that's a good product, I want to watch it. If the product's right, I'll watch it. I feel like it might be too WWE-ish, and it might be a bit lost on the audience, which was the point I was making with regards to Raw from Japan, is that the audience treats wrestling so differently in Japan that you'd have to really make some changes to the way you do your product. And WWE don't really do that. They tend to not. They tend to do it the WWE way.
It's an interesting strategic move as far as having a base out there and maybe getting to the next generation of top Japanese stars before New Japan do or before elsewhere does. I think that's the priority here, isn't it? To lock people into more contracts, I guess, but also to have a foot in the door, be out in Japan and get those guys before they make it big in other companies who are, I don't want to say they're a threat, but they are competition.
Incidentally, one of the companies that WWE was rumoured again to be approaching was Stardom. We can now put the kibosh on that because the parent company of New Japan this morning has announced that they have purchased Stardom. So that was a big, New Japan were teasing a big announcement of their own. That's a big deal for Joshi wrestlers in Japan. And that's one less thing on the table for WWE. I'm kind of glad WWE didn't get their hands on Stardom. Do you like Stardom?
Yeah, I like Stardom.
Controversial. He's back, better than ever. Hang on, no he's not. No, he's not. Oh wait, he is back and he's better than ever. And he's got a knack for making things better.
No, he doesn't. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Bish back in the news. Adam Pacitti. We talked yesterday quite in depth about his sudden departure from the WWE.
Mm-hmm. So he was the executive producer of SmackDown. He's now been replaced by Bruce Pritchard. I really feel for Eric here. I really feel for him because it doesn't feel like he had much of a chance to show what he can truly give. And his role seemed to be messed with. It wasn't the same as Heyman's role. Heyman had a more sort of hands-on creative role, and it appears that Bischoff wasn't necessarily offered that.
From what I gather, though, to play devil's avocado on this, that Bischoff he didn't really endear himself backstage. According to Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Radio, he never learnt anybody's names.
He had a month and a bit.
Yeah, but still, like he said, there was he had no interest really in the product. He would disappear and nobody could get hold of him. Like he just sounded like he wasn't that invested in it, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, that's pretty bad not learning people's names. Anyway, Tim, there are big rumours that Bischoff is AEW bound because within 24 hours of the announcement being made by WWE that Bischoff had been let go and that Pritchard had replaced him, he was announced for StarCast.
That makes sense. That's a sensible decision. Very quick.
That's very quick.
Suggests to me that there is going to be more to this tale that comes out in time to come. Yeah. The fact that this has gone, he's left, he's very amicable. Oh, here I am doing StarCast. Here's a graphic. Yes, I'm doing StarCast.
He's got to earn a living and everything. It's fine. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to AEW. Yeah. They've got a hell of a lot of great producers over there. But with Bischoff's connections in TV, and obviously AEW already have a great TV deal, but Bischoff has been working in the TV industry, not just wrestling, for an awful long time now. He's got connections. I think he's a very valuable person to have on board that maybe WWE don't need because they've got those connections also. But an upstart company like AEW, perhaps that's a bit more valuable there.
I think he'd be a great fit in AEW. I think he would. It's that whole product feels like it's more his wheelhouse than WWE.
Sure.
I think so anyway. But he's part of StarCast. The StarCast lineup this year. I was chatting to my good friend Conrad Thompson the other day, and we were talking. don't know. It's not like a name drop. The StarCast lineup this year, as we were chatting about it for Desert Island Graps, and the lineup is phenomenal because it's Baltimore, so it's where Clash of Champions has previously emanated from.
Gotcha.
And they've capitalised on this really wonderful sort of weird years era of WCW. So Ron Simmons is going to be there.
Okay.
Van Hammer is going to be there.
Good.
Sting's going to be there.
That's a bit better.
But it's going to be red, white, and blue Sting. So
Very
he's in the
nice.
American face paint, which is great. The Ding Dongs are going to be there. Jim Crockett is going to be there.
I thought you said this was a strong line.
No, it is.
No, it's great. If you're into that era, I get it.
Massive wrestling geek like I am.
I get it.
And also, like, there's many more names of past, present, and future. RoboCop is there. RoboCop from off of Capital Combat and the RoboCop movie franchise. So you can have a photo with red, white, and blue Sting and RoboCop. You can pretend it's Capital Combat. Who wouldn't want that? Can we go out there or not?
No.
Why?
No.
I want a photo of RoboCop.
No.
Uphold the law.
No.
Your move, creep.
Should we do the next story?
No. I want to talk about RoboCop some more. General Lie, you're coming with me. Nobody move or there'll be trouble. Seth Rollins and the Fiend Bray Wyatt. A feud being booked by Falcor because it's the never-ending story. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, so another Universal title match has been announced. It's worth mentioning before we get into this, my assumption here is that this is going to be a dark match because it's been tweeted by the venue itself, but it's stating that the Fiend will once again challenge Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship on the 4th of the 11th, the 4th of November episode of Raw from Long Island. Interestingly though, that's after Crown Jewel. However, as I say, it's a dark match. They might do it, they might not. I hope they don't. I hope that doesn't mean Fiend's... He's on SmackDown. This is the bloody thing. I thought we were getting away from all this absolute bollocks. No, it's so... We've been complaining about it for absolutely ages. You know... At the same time, The Fiend is the one person, literally the one person, that I don't mind him going between the brands. So I think that's sort of in fitting with his character. You can't just go to The Fiend, hey, you're on SmackDown. I like the idea of having Bray on Raw, Fiend on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Hopefully this will be all put to bed at Crown Jewel. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match, right? Mm-hmm. How can you cock that up?
I love how, and Sam was the same as you yesterday, I love how, for people who report on wrestling, which is inherently nonsense when you think about it, how anally retentive we are about brands. Don't move brands! You can be a wrestling dinosaur, but don't go on SmackDown if you're a Raw guy.
No. There's not the point, is it? The point is that it takes screen time away from people who need it, who are on those brands. When you've got the same person popping up on both brands, you know that time. You know what you're doing.
I'm just playing silly buggers. The rumor is that this match for Long Island is going to be a steel cage match.
That's a dark match. That's a dark match.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah. They do.
But it's the obvious storyline peccadillo, which is Hell in a Cell. Don't go anywhere. Steel cage. That is the obvious. That's
Singles, thumb war.
That's how they did it in the territories. That's how Mid-South used to do it. Two WWE Hall of Famers are back on Monday Night Raw in a couple of weeks. It's almost like they've got a match to plug. It's Saudi Arabia, Adam Pacitti.
That's right. It's being reported by Wrestling Inc. that Hogan and Flair of Team Hogan and Team Flair are going to be on that final go-home show of Raw. I mean, I think that makes perfect sense. And you know what? Apparently, they want to deal with this whole Seth Rollins mess because at the moment, he's going to have to do double duty.
He's not up to it, as you said in previous times.
Doesn't have it in him. No cardio.
He ain't got it in him.
So, the rumour is that it is, in fact, going to be that 5-on-5 with Hogan in the match, Flair in the match. Shades of the Hulkamania tour in Australia.
It's going to come crashing down and hurt inside,
It's certainly going to hurt inside, deep inside for two geriatrics. So yeah, they're going to be there. It makes sense.
This is where they're going to be announced in the match. Then you reckon Hogan and Flair are going to be on their teams respectively, or just Hogan? Surely, you know what? Surely, if Hogan's going to be on the one team, surely you're going to put Flair in the other team.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably what the plan is, and I think it's the safest way of doing it. If you're going to have a Hogan Flair payday bonanza, then a 5-on-5 where they have to do practically nothing. We'll see a figure four. We'll see a leg drop. We'll see a hooah.
I kind of wish they called it the Hogan and Flair payday bonanza.
Yeah,
I think just be honest.
Admit it.
I don't know.
15 million. 15 million, not for Hogan and Flair.
I was going to say, Hogan.
15 million for
All the
Tyson
alimony
Fury.
paid off for Hogan.
15 million?
I know, right? Nice work if you can get it.
They don't have health insurance. 15 million! You having a laugh?
And fine, Alomar, we would like to congratulate fellow YouTube upstarts WWE.
No, we wouldn't. Right. No, we absolutely wouldn't. I'm livid about this,
Hey,
right?
look, we've got to support our fellow YouTubers who are just creating content.
The little guy. Give them a subscribe. WWE have been nominated yesterday for a YouTube Streamy award, the most prestigious award going. And I think this is bollocks, right? I'm not happy about this. Because I know it's a bollocks award anyway.
I thought Game Grumps deserved it.
No. Give it to Tom Scott. No.
Yeah.
You're a fan?
I love Tom Scott.
Tom's amazing. It's not a YouTube channel, really, is it? It's a TV show that they put bits on. I know they do the odd exclusive bit, but they're no Cultaholic, are they? This is the problem with YouTube across the board now. You look at the homepage of YouTube, it's no longer independent content creators. It's bloody TV shows. It's pissing Jimmy Kimmel. It's James Corden. It's the WWE. Where's our pissing exposure? We try and please the algorithm every day. Give us a like. Give us a like right now. Comment.
Get the cat excited! Get the cat excited!
And then WWE walks in, getting a Streamy award. Are you having a laugh? This is bollocks.
It's for social good.
Oh, shh. Well, we'll be doing a stream with all the proceeds going to Amnesty International. There's our social good streamies. If you're watching, bloody, come on. Come on. All we've got is a crappy 100,000 plaque upstairs. We've got to wait ages for 1 million. That's so far away.
You should go on Vimeo, mate.
Yeah.
See you last week.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.